When the heart is completely broken, and it feels like there is no reason left to smile, life shows us a new path. If your heart is also tired from an old pain, then today's story is just for you. There was a very beautiful village in Japan. The fragrance of flowers permeated the morning breeze with small wooden houses, flower-covered streets, and cherry blossom trees visible as far as the eye could see. A beautiful and hard-working woman named Aiko lived in that village. She owned a tiny flower shop. Every morning, she watered the flowers outside her shop. Then she placed an old wooden sign near the entrance. It always carried the same words: "Fresh flowers for tired hearts." People smiled whenever they read it. But very few knew the most tired heart belonged to Aiko herself. 10 years ago, she was studying arts and painting in Kyoto. She had dreamed of becoming a famous painter. Her paintings were full of life. Anyone who saw them couldn't stop admiring her talent. But life had other plans. One day, her father became seriously ill. Her mother was struggling to run the flower shop on her own. The responsibility of taking care of her family fell on her shoulders. She left her studies. She packed away her dreams inside an old wooden chest, her paintbrushes, her unfinished canvases, and every dream she had once believed in. From that day on, she never painted again. The years quietly passed. Her father also left this world. The flower shop remained open, but a part of Aiko's heart stayed frozen. In the moment, she locked away her dreams. Every day, she arranged beautiful flowers for other people, yet she never noticed. The flowers inside her own heart had slowly withered. One afternoon, she went to the edge of the village to deliver flowers, where she saw an old gardener. He was cutting the dry twigs of a maple tree. Aiko asked him, "Why are you cutting them?" Then he said, "If a dead branch is never removed, the whole tree becomes weaker." Aiko listened without saying a word. The gardener looked at her and continued, "Life is no different. Sometimes the only way to grow is to let go of what no longer gives you life." His words settled deep inside her heart. Aiko realized that she was doing the exact same thing. The gardener's words opened her eyes. She could not sleep all night. The old gardener's words kept echoing in her mind over and over. The next morning, Aiko walked to the old river beside the village. She carried a small piece of paper. On it, she wrote, "I forgive myself for not living the life I once dreamed of." She folded the paper, then gently placed it beneath a smooth stone. She didn't throw it into the river. She simply left her burden there. Every morning, she returned with another piece of paper. One day, she wrote, "I let go of my complaints against life." Another day, she wrote, "I place my grief for my father into God's hands." Another day, she wrote, "I forgive my mother and my relatives." Each day, a new piece of paper, an old pain, and a lighter heart. Slowly, a line of small stones appeared beside the river. To everyone else, they were just ordinary stones. But Aiko knew. Each one was carrying a pain she had finally released. One morning, she noticed something had changed. Her heart felt lighter. For the first time in many years, she looked up at the sky and smiled. That was the day she understood. Peace is within you. You don't have to look for it. You have to create it inside yourself. And it begins the moment we choose to let go. Spring finally arrived. The cherry blossom trees covered the village with soft pink flowers. One afternoon, a young woman entered Aiko's flower shop. Her eyes were red from crying. She whispered, "My mother passed away yesterday. I don't know which flowers to choose." Without saying much, Aiko carefully selected white lilies. She gently arranged them into a bouquet. The young woman looked at it with tears in her eyes. Then she asked, "How did you know these were the flowers I needed?" Aiko smiled gently and replied, "Every broken heart speaks the same language." That day, Aiko realized something. Perhaps she had never truly lost her dream. She once wanted to heal people through paintings. Now she was healing them through flowers. The path had changed, but the purpose remained the same: to bring comfort to tired hearts. That evening, she opened the old wooden chest she hadn't touched in years. This time, she didn't close it again. She bought new paints, new brushes, and began painting once more. Not for fame, not for success, but simply because it made her happy. Soon, children from the village began visiting her flower shop every Sunday. Some painted, some arranged flowers. Some simply sat quietly and listened to her stories. Little by little, the flower shop became filled with more smiles than flowers. One quiet afternoon, the flower shop door slowly opened. Aiko looked up. Standing there was her cousin, the same cousin who had never come to help when her father was ill. For a brief moment, the old memories returned. But this time, there was no anger, only silence. Her cousin lowered his head and softly said, "Aiko, I made a terrible mistake. Please forgive me." Aiko looked at him for a long moment. Then she smiled gently and said, "I forgave you a long time ago." He looked at her in surprise. "Even before I apologized?" She nodded, then quietly replied, "If I had waited for your apology, my heart would still be trapped. I didn't forgive you for your sake. I forgave you for my own peace." Tears filled her cousin's eyes. For the first time, he understood. Forgiveness is the greatest gift we can give, not only to others, but to ourselves. After he left, Aiko stood quietly inside her flower shop. For the first time in many years, the silence no longer felt lonely. It felt peaceful. The next morning, she opened her shop earlier than usual. The flowers seemed brighter than ever before. Or perhaps it was her heart that had finally changed. She welcomed every visitor with a warm smile. Whenever she had a little free time, she painted, not for recognition, not for applause, but simply because it filled her heart with joy. The years passed. People began traveling from distant villages to visit her little flower shop, not only to buy flowers, but to experience the peace that lived there. Outside the shop, the same old wooden sign still stood: "Fresh flowers for tired hearts." Only now, everyone understood what those words truly meant. Sometimes, life doesn't change because the world changes. Life changes when our hearts do. Forgive those who have hurt you. Forgive life. And most importantly, forgive yourself. Because the moment you truly forgive, your heart finally becomes free.